Yeah.
The other hair was giving very much. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. Very much.
Beep.
Yeah. you'll beep it. Very much, boy.
Okay.
Was that like one of the inspirations to cut it, or you were like, nah?
Like I said, I'm a transforming person, and I felt like it was giving boy.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I've been told by several ladies that even after I cut my hair, like, now you look like a nice, rounded, well-dressed gentleman. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know about that. I feel like you still look dangerous.
You can meet a girl, you think you want to get to know this woman, and you take her out. And I'm someone who, when I go on a date, I go on a nice date. I'll make sure that you are going to remember me. You know what I mean? And so when they see that, they think I have money like that. You know what I'm saying? But me, I pull strings. Me, I'm someone who likes pull. You know what I mean? I make sure things look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I'm not rich. You know what I mean? But I'll make it look good out yet. Amen.
The source is not a priority to you.
Man,
we can't picture a posho with, like you've said, posho and kachumbari, and I'm like, and I'm waiting for the thing that's going to be like the lubricant. Like, how are you going to just like eat that thing like that? Like, there's no.
Why do you guys love soup so much, man?
I mean,
and you guys, let me tell you, your food swims in soup. Just there. I had an ex one time. She did a bikini shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
She did a bikini shoot.
And how did that? Like,
in these poses,
Mm-hmm.
she was there showing. I don't know if I can say. She was there showing her, and she has a nice one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was there in the whatever. I asked her, like, why didn't you ask me if you could post this?
Oh, so she had to ask you.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you're protective, overprotective boyfriend? What's up, guys? Another exciting episode of It's Never That Serious is coming your way. But before we even go any further, you know the drill. Like and subscribe. And then share with your mates, because you know it's going to be fair. You don't even have to watch it because it's going to be fire regardless. That's how we do. Welcome to the pod. Like I said, today I have a very exciting guest. Special and exciting guest. I'm very pleased to be introducing Sean Preezy.
Yeah. What's going on, Sabrina? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure. Yeah, it feels so good to have you here as well. Right. So Sean Preezy, to those who may be meeting him for the first time, first of all, where do you live? He is a radio presenter with NRG. Used to be like events, MC and stuff, but I heard you hung your jersey up.
Oh, yeah.
And then also you are getting into podcasting. We'll talk about that as well. And musician, because I saw you recently dropped some music as well. Okay, so you're like a jack of many trades.
Yes, indeed.
I love that for you.
If it has anything to do with music, I am there.
Okay.
Right there.
Before we even go into that, Sean Preezy.
Yeah.
What does Preezy mean? Should I call you Mr. Preezy?
You can call me Mr. Preezy. Yeah, it's okay.
Is it?
It's okay. I'm not dropping that name anytime soon.
Okay.
It's been something that has been with me since I was in my early teens. Yeah, so when I was starting out my music career, I started with a group, we are SDP, and we were looking for stage names. And for me, it was very easy to attach myself to Preezy because I'm a big fan of Chris Brown. Oh. Yeah, and so Chris Brown is C Breezy. Yeah. Right? So I'm a big fan.
Sean Preezy.
And so
what's Preezy? Okay,
Preezy
like
comes from my last name, my real last name.
What's your real last name?
Can you say Pruitt?
Pruitt. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so Pruitt took the first three letters and then added easy at the end.
Oh, Pruitt.
So it was very easy to,
Okay, so I was stalking you yesterday, as I always do to myself. Calm down, Sean. But I was stalking you, and I found out that you're actually American.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, to be very specific, Marietta, a small little town called Kennesaw. So that's where I came from. And so I'm half Kenyan and I'm half American.
Half American.
From my dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of, and I don't know how people are going to feel about this question, but a lot of Ugandans, us growing up, looked at America as like, oh my God, like the promised land, you know? Everybody had the American dream. And then you are actually American, and then you decide to move back to Africa. What made you make a decision like that?
So to be honest, it wasn't my decision. I was held against my will. My mom and my dad said, "Pack your things, boy. We're going." I'm like, "Where are we going?"
Yeah.
And so we first took a trip in 2008 when Barack Obama became president, because my mom was like, "How can we have a Kenyan president? I'm a Kenyan and my own family has not been to my home." You know what I mean? So we packed our bags, came for 2 weeks to Kenya, and 4 years later, my dad said, "You know what? Let's move to Kenya." I really enjoyed it. So even from that time, from 2008 to 2012, my family was really working on moving back. So we moved, yeah, even though it was against my will. This was right before high school. So, I wanted to experience that American dream high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to the locker rooms, go to the gym, go have the cheerleaders, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. I had an image of it, but my parents said, before you have your free will to use, let's move back home.
Oh, how did you feel about that?
I don't know how to describe the anger that I felt. I don't know how to describe the anger. I don't know if we. Do you know the Tasmanian devil? Yeah, I wanted to do that through the whole house, all the way to the airport, all the way through the plane, but yeah, it worked out for me though, because after like a few years, it took me 4 years to adjust. Not even 4 years, maybe 3-4 years to adjust to Kenya.
Yeah.
And this new culture, it was a big culture shock. I didn't know Swahili. I'm just this young American boy. I was homeschooled, so that made it a little bit worse, but I adapted. So even being able to socialize, it was hard, man.
Did you go to high school in Kenya?
I was homeschooled. My mom
you were homeschooled in Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay,
My mom
because I was going to be
homeschooled us.
like, the real culture shock would have been going to school.
Now that one,
Boarding high school.
I'm so glad my mom didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was like, I think we put him through enough. Because let me tell you, as somebody who went through the Ugandan boarding system, I can only imagine the culture shock when it comes from when you've come from like a first world country and then you come to Uganda, because like it was, and I'm gonna say this because I feel like a lot of us experienced it. We used to eat the same thing Monday to Monday. Posho and beans.
I knew you were gonna say it.
And it was
Lord.
flavorless.
And
it gave Posho and beans a bad reputation, because Posho and beans actually slaps.
Thank you. Thank you. I love that right there.
But it was so yucky. And imagine you live your entire life like that, like your entire high school life.
Yeah.
So you were saying something.
No. First of all, Posho and beans, guys, is underrated.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I understood that boarding school gave that a bad name. My mom used to tell me how they were served that in high school, and at times they would look inside the beans and there would be those small weevils in the beans.
They'd just be floating around.
Floating around. Sometimes you can taste kerosene. I don't know what. I wouldn't have survived. I wouldn't have survived personally.
Yeah, I think we all had the same as like East Africa as a region. We had the same high school experience. Okay, so let's talk about so you moved to Kenya. What was the biggest culture shock? Because you've talked about culture shock. What was the biggest thing that shocked you and took you a while to adjust to?
Oh man, there's a lot. I don't know where I could even start. From the street vendors, that was a big one. Also the way of living. So I used to walk. So in the States, it's very normal for people to just walk in the house with shoes. You get what I'm saying? So when I did that in my grandfather's house, I almost received a cane from the other side of the room for walking into the house with shoes. And then on top of that, you're not in the States, you're not someone, or rather we don't have that culture of going and shaking everybody's hand and greeting everyone. We weren't raised like that, you know what I mean? Instead, you just walk in, you say hi to everybody at once, boom. But in Kenya, you have to go and, especially to the elders, you gotta go and shake their hand, go to the next one. It was so the times when I forget, my mom would literally, my mom was like, moms, they do like,
like,
you know what I mean?
clenching their jaw.
Yeah, and if I'm next to her, the twisting pinch, yeah. So it was those type of things. So my mom really helped me adjust because she's from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine having two American parents.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have adjusted as well as I did.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings?
I do.
How did they take it? Were they?
My younger sister, both of them are younger than me. My younger sister, I think she adjusted pretty well because she's a homebody.
Yeah.
She's someone who just likes, she's kind of like an introvert, but extrovert just a little bit. But me, I'm a total extrovert. I love being outdoors and stuff. She likes staying indoors. So I think she was really okay with it. My little brother, he was young, so he just grew up in it. So he was easy. It was easy for him to adjust.
Yeah.
My dad,
Uh-huh.
man, he never ate ugali. Every time my mom would make some, like, the traditional meals like githeri, we have the ugali and skuma and stuff. He wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
He never adjusted to the food like that.
He never did?
Yeah, he would make something for himself. Yeah. Good
Would
thing.
you consider going back to the
To the
States?
States to live?
Yeah.
No. If the money was like really crazy, outrageous, I would.
Yeah.
But
Why?
I don't even do things for money. I do things for passion.
Yeah.
And just Africa is the best continent.
Yeah.
Wow,
Isn't it crazy how like when you were younger you were like damn you, and
Yeah.
then now you're here and you're like, you know what, I don't want to go back. That's crazy.
It's
Like
very
that was
crazy.
such a switch up.
Yeah, it was. But I thank God for it because I'm thriving in Africa.
What brought that switch up about?
I think when I started exploring and getting out of the house.
Yeah.
When I started going out when I was about 16, 15 years old, with my friends. You know what I mean? I started having that type of network and social life, and it was no longer just homeschool and being with my siblings. And so I was very happy, man. I would go to the malls with my friends, get to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Go to the clubs, get some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was that actually switched it up.
Yeah.
Finding those people that I could say is my tribe, my culture, and thriving with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you moved to Uganda.
Yeah.
So you've been in Uganda for how many years now?
3.
3. What made you want to stay in Uganda? Because there's an NRG here and there's an NRG in Kenya. And actually, you started on the NRG in Kenya.
Yeah, I did.
What made you actually want to come to Uganda to begin with, and then what made you want to stay?
So what is so crazy actually, and that's why I say divine timing is always number one in my life, and that's how it's been working for my entire life, right? And so when I was working in NRG Radio Kenya, I had been there already for 5 years, or was it 5 years or 4 years, something of the sort, right? And at that time, I was kind of getting not really tired, but I felt like there wasn't a challenge for me anymore. You know what I mean? And even I'm someone who loves being challenged. I love challenging myself.
Yeah.
And so, being that person, I started seeking more, and I was really praying about it too. I was like, man, I just want more. This is I feel like I've outgrown this. You know what I mean? In a way. Then my boss calls me one day. It's like, hello. I'm like, hello. And he's like, hey, Sean, you have a minute to talk? I was in my bedroom at that time. And he's like, yeah, what's up? I said, hey, Kev. So he said, so I know that you are looking for other avenues, looking for other places, if I can say that. But I want to give you an opportunity that you might not want to consider. So I said, okay, what's that opportunity? He said, so we're opening 2 stations. I think it was one in Zanzibar and one in Uganda. Now this is in 2020, 2023, no, 2022.
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, It's like, so we want you as, of course, someone who's been representing the brand well, to go and represent the brand in either Uganda or Zanzibar. You do your research on both of them and find out. And so I did let me tell you something. Kenyans, we need to do better learning about our neighboring countries.
Yeah.
Because Kenyans, I don't believe we know the beauty that is in Uganda. We don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't know.
Beauty in one sense. The places,
people,
the
as in,
vibe.
like, Uganda is so different.
Yeah.
Uganda is so different. The people, first of all, great hospitality. I would say you guys have some type of, it's not as big as Nairobi, so there's a form of intimacy and community. You know what I mean? And so it's really nice. Also, this is the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
And a lot of green everywhere, hills, and the scenery is amazing. Like, Uganda's beautiful. And so I didn't know much about Uganda. So my boss said, search up the entertainment industry, see who's popping, so you can at least lean onto Uganda more. And so I did. And so I started researching the top Ugandan artists Do you know what you Google gave me? Jose Chameleon, of course. He's a legend. But
Yeah.
I was looking for it at that time.
At that time, yeah.
In 2023. Who was the? I found the likes of Navio. Found the likes of what's it called? Eddie Kenzo. You know what I mean? I even found Chosen Becky. I thought she was like the trending artist at the time, and she probably was. But it's not until you get here you realize that there's more to those legends. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Than
Yeah.
just those legends as well. You have the likes of Joshua Baraka, you have Elijah Chitaka, but I wasn't seeing that from Kenya. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I feel like we're not exposed enough. But I'm glad that Uganda's being pushed more out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like on that front,
Yeah.
there was a time when the Ugandan music scene was popping a lot. And those were the people who are popping the most.
Yeah, yeah.
And also like in Uganda, there's like a little bit of a divide where there's a certain kind of music that appeals to the majority, and then there's a certain kind of music that would appeal to you that you would play in the club or the bars. So that's why, so when you search and you see that this person is actually topping the charts, they might be topping the charts, just not in your vicinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like there's that.
There's a kind of a divide.
There's a
bit,
divide.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you moved from Kenya to Uganda. What was, did you encounter any kind of culture shock moving to Uganda?
Uganda and Kenya are more or less the same.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's just more or less the same.
Yeah?
We love to party.
Yeah.
We love to party. Like everything is more or less the same in terms of the food as well. You guys enjoy the likes of matoke, which is something that isn't as big in Kenya. So getting to enjoy matoke was something that I enjoyed. You guys have it in different forms, and it's amazing. I think for me and for Kenyans, we really enjoy maize. We have roasted maize, we have the boiled maize, we have ugali.
You mix it
Just
with
as
beans.
you
Don't you mix it with beans?
the githeri,
Yeah.
which is my favorite personally. You mix, and if you Kikuyu, you mix it with potatoes as well. Kikuyus love putting potatoes in everything. So, So more or less the same. Food, culture, everything is the same.
I feel like there's a slight difference, even if it's ever so slight, but it's there. Because when I go to Nairobi, I do feel like, especially like people.
In the people.
Yeah.
That's a big one as well.
Yeah.
That's a big one as well.
Okay, let's talk about you as a person. You just recently dropped a song. Tell us about that.
So it was quite exciting, first of all, because I had been wanting to drop music.
Yeah.
Because I haven't dropped music since I was in my group, We Are SDP, and we haven't dropped anything in quite a while. Well, they were still working and dropping, but I'm here in Uganda, so I wanted to tap back into that, considering that I feel like Uganda has an opportunity when it does come to music, and that's another thing that Kenya and Uganda are so different about, is I would say the music industry. Because there is a lot of versatility in our music in Kenya that is accepted and is loved. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here in Uganda, it's just starting that new wave. Personally, wanted to be a part of that wave as well, knowing that there is a void that I can feel. You know what I mean? With my music, something different, something that sounds a bit more outside you know, internationally. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped Gasoline. A song that I made back in 2022. And I just felt like it was the right time.
What genre?
So I would consider my music upbeat, high in tempo. What genre would I specifically say my music is probably pop, a mix of pop, mix of Afrobeat, a mix of little dance hall beats here and there, and definitely hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sean, I got to know you from NRG, and I believe a lot of people who know you, that's how they know you, or just like Snapchat and Instagram, social media, that sort of thing. But what's something you wish people knew about you?
Okay, that's a nice question, Sabrina.
Yeah.
I am someone who enjoys transforming. People may not notice that. People may not see it. I don't like being the same person.
Yeah.
Like I always want to change up. I always want to be someone different. common misconception about people have about me is that I am someone who will listen to people's advice about what the things that I want to do in my life. I'm not someone who really, because people have advised me, this is the right time to do this, or this. If I don't have a passion for it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no matter how much the money is, if I don't have the passion for it, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
And so yeah.
So, is your love for transformation and like for evolving? Is that why you cut your hair? Because you used to have like the
Yeah, I used to have longer hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest as well.
We love honesty.
Are you sure you want the honest?
As long as it's spicy, tell us.
It's not that spicy.
It's not.
You might not like it.
It's okay. It's okay. You can tell us too.
Now, according to my dad, is that by the time you reach 28, currently I'm almost 27 years old. By the time you reach 28, 29, your hair is going to stop growing, right? On his side. It's going to stop growing past a certain length. And then on top of that, you're going to start balding. So he went bald by, I think, 30 something.
Okay.
So me, I said, let people get used to me having short hair already. Let them, just in case this is true and I didn't get my mom's genes so much, let people get used to me having short hair. So the shorter it goes, now you guys won't start asking questions when all of a sudden I just cut it and I'm bald. No. Let me start like this.
Yeah. You're preparing.
I'm preparing
for the transition.
Because I saw it coming. I see it coming, and it may come.
I hope it doesn't come though, because you look good with
Thank you.
You know, like the
the little taper.
But you know they say the other hair the other hair was giving very much I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. Very much
beep.
Yeah. you'll beep it. Very much boy.
Okay.
Was that like one of the inspirations to cut it, or you were like, nah?
Like I said, I'm a transforming person, and I felt like it was giving boy.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I've been told by several ladies that even after I cut my hair, like, now you look like a nice, rounded, well-dressed gentleman. You know
I don't know about that. I feel like you still look dangerous, right? Like,
guys, look
in his eyes.
Come
Yeah.
on, I can't be.
But do you know, like, has anyone ever told you look like Keith Sweat a little bit?
Really?
Do you know Keith Sweat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But I've never gotten that one before.
A little bit, like this.
I've been getting Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
I see it. Oh my God, I see Martin Lawrence more now. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. But that's now that we've actually ventured into, you know, that conversation, dating in Uganda.
Yeah.
Are you dating?
Currently, no. Okay, wait. Hold up. Dating in what way? What is dating? That's what you got to explain to me. I don't know. People have a general term of dating, but they misuse it a lot.
Okay, I want to educate us on what you think dating is and the different kinds of, because apparently they're different.
For me personally, we're either married or we're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing of in the middle, no.
So in the, like when you meet somebody you like and you're vibing and you're getting along, what do you call that?
So now, I'm in the process of getting to know you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's nothing.
Dating for me is when I'm putting myself out there and taking women on dates, per se, right? Yeah. Now, sometimes, and that for me, that is dating. If I take this one girl to this place where is this place? Zest. Yeah. I take one girl to Zest on a Monday. Tuesday, I can take Sabrina to, I don't know, wherever.
Yeah.
To Hickory. You know what I'm saying? That's dating for me. Now, most people say dating is exclusivity. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you jump from taking Sabrina and Martha and Brenda to marriage? Like, at some point, there will have to be a relationship. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm getting to know you.
Okay.
Okay. Now, also with that, for me personally. Okay. let me help you out.
All right.
Let me help you out and understand where I'm coming from and how I view dating. You know? Like I said, taking dates, right?
Yeah.
Now, if the woman wants to be exclusive with me, per se, right? We would have to meet on a middle ground. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm still getting to know you. Now.
Like, okay, let's say you're getting to know this person. Yeah. Like, after how long does it get into more than, because you can't just jump from I'm getting to know you to I'm a married man now. There has to be like a relationship, right? Or the relationship should we just move on?
Continue. I'm listening to you.
Okay, so
I'm listening
listen,
to you.
I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
You should, see what's out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But at a certain point X, don't you think you should zero in on
Yeah.
the person that you feel more compatible
Yeah,
with,
definitely.
and then eventually
There you go.
will get married to?
Yeah,
But the
definitely.
question is, at a certain point, you will have to be in a relationship that's not yet marriage.
After a few months.
Yeah.
Or even a year.
Yeah, it takes time, and
It takes
that's
time.
for everyone. It's a different story.
Yeah.
But there has to be something like that, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten to that place? That's what I'm saying.
Exclusivity. In my life, have
in
I?
Uganda.
In Uganda?
In your life ever? Let's start with that.
Let's
Like in your
start
life ever.
I thought I did.
Okay.
But it wasn't like what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Different intentions from different people in the relationship. So, you know what I mean? I don't personally. I don't date just to date. I don't date just to. I date to marry.
Okay.
If I'm seeing something in you, like I want to have a partner one day in my life, a companion who I can come home and she is just there, ready to give me love, and I'm ready to give her love as well, and talk about our day and stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody wants that. But it just doesn't work for everybody, and so people can lie and have false intentions in relationships. You know what I mean?
I
So
agree.
I've stayed away from dating
Okay.
while I'm here.
And that's actually healthy. That I feel like that's very healthy, because like you
Yeah.
said, people's intentions are different.
Yeah.
And I also feel like, like at a certain age, and I'm okay with people like saying like, no, I mean, I want to just have situationships, like, but at a certain age, you probably should stop all of that, because
Yeah.
like, what are you even doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm surprised by that from you, just so you know, because you don't give that vibe at all.
Sabrina. What did I
Okay,
tell
let's
you?
move on. I was gonna like, you even made me forget my next question. Jesus. So okay, what's a red flag when you're getting to know somebody?
A big red flag. Okay. I don't want to say the ones that everybody says. Oh, red flags, asking for money too early. You know, so I need 200K urgently. You know what I mean? I just met you yesterday, babe. Chill. You know what I'm saying? But red flag.
Has that happened to you before?
Oh yeah, several times.
It has happened to you.
Several times.
Damn, what do you mean? What do you mean several times?
Several times. You can meet a girl, you think you want to get to know this woman, and you take her out. And I'm someone who, when I go on a date, I go on a nice date. I'll make sure that you are going to remember me. You know what I mean? And so when they see that, they think I have money like that. You know what I'm saying? But me, I pull strings. Me, I'm someone who likes pull. You know what I mean? I make sure things look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though I'm not rich. You know what I mean? But I'll make it look good out yet. Amen. Yeah, I'm not rich yet. So, yeah, so now they'll take advantage of me. Oh, Sean, my brother, or my mom,
Damn,
Okay.
Sean. Where are these people? Where are you meeting these people? Because I just can't imagine like someone in my friend group, like amongst the people that I know.
Now,
You also have
also,
to be very selective.
Now it's also
Yeah.
my choice of women was bad.
I'm glad that you see that.
My choice of women was bad. Nowadays, I feel like I'm on lock. I know what I want better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have to go through those times where you figure out if you see this type of behavior from someone, it's a red flag. I don't like dating these slay queens anymore. The ones that look good on Instagram, like too good, and then they have like 50K followers. I used to be into that until emotional damage happened. We're not gonna get into that, but
We're
yeah.
not. Come on now, it's a
Those were
safe space.
But I don't I understand why some women be like, yeah, they don't want a guy who's too on social media putting himself out there too much. You know what I mean? Because even me, I don't want a woman who's like too like I had a ex one time. She did a bikini shoot. Yeah.
Okay.
She did a bikini shoot.
And how did that, like,
in
how
these
did-
poses, she was there showing. I don't know if I can say. She was there showing her, and she has a nice one. But it was there in the whatever. I asked her like, why didn't you ask me if you could post this?
Oh,
She's
so
like,
she had to ask you.
yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you're protective, overprotective boyfriend?
No, not overprotective. I'm
But-
protective for right reasons.
Okay.
I'm a man. I know exactly what the guys are looking at. And you're on social media. You can probably have the president in those DMs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not someone who goes through people's phones. I don't do that after emotional damage again.
Had she never posted those pictures before you guys
Never.
started dating?
Yeah.
She had never. So it
She
was
had
the
never.
first time.
So this was the first time, and I said,
And she didn't tell you about it. So you were shocked. You found out
I said, you did. You
at the
did-
same
yeah,
time as the rest of the world.
As the rest of the world.
Okay.
As if I'm not the boyfriend.
So-
So anyways, there's certain things that are just red flags for me.
Yeah.
That I see and I'm like, you can keep them.
You know, you still haven't answered the question.
Which is what?
What are the red flags? Did you say it's somebody posted
Okay.
photos?
How she talks to people who are, just doing their
In
job.
service.
Waiter.
Yeah.
Uber guy.
Yeah.
Border guy. With, and also things that if someone makes a mistake, how do you respond? If you respond in a bad way, that's a red flag for me.
Okay. I
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense, and that's a good one. So I just want to like circle back to something small. I found a loophole in your
Loophole?
story. Yeah, loophole.
Okay.
So you said you don't like date, but then there was a girl you were seeing and she posted pictures and you got upset. Do you feel like maybe she also thought you weren't like dating? Maybe she was like, maybe it's not like that serious.
And it probably wasn't to her.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't to her.
Damn. Was that why you guys broke up?
It
wasn't a deal
There was
breaker
one. It
enough.
was one of the reasons, per se. Yeah, it was one of the reasons.
Okay.
But
What's
there's
something?
others as well.
Okay. What's something you can't leave the house without?
This right here. Everybody knows this. If you know it, you
Lip
know
balm.
it. Yes, lip balm.
Okay.
I like moisturizing my lips, and men, and I've realized this: men don't moisturize their lips throughout the day. Women keep their things glossy, looking nice. The lips are good. Men forget that we must lubricate what we are about to say. If we don't lubricate it, it's going to be dry.
You need to gloss your lips so that the lies can come out seamlessly.
Lies.
Yeah.
No.
That's so funny. But you know what? I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good one. And I think more, especially like men, there's some men, and I know many of them who feel like moisturizing is not like a priority.
Yeah.
And they'll walk around with like ashy elbows and
Man.
ashy
God
knees.
forbid.
Guys, moisturize, please. Like, come on now.
Are
Okay.
you guys serious?
If you could eat one thing for the next 5 years, what would it be?
Oh, give me that posho.
And
It can be with beans. It can be with skuma wiki. It can be with. I'm a big veggie guy. I don't eat meat too much. Yeah. I don't like eating too much meat. It's not good for my digestion. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a big veggie guy. If posho with anything, that's
Posho.
veggie. Give me it with kachumbari. Give me it with cabbage.
that's another thing. Like, I think a difference between Uganda and Kenya
Yeah.
is you guys can eat like sauce is not a priority to you.
Man,
We can't picture a posho with, like you've said, posho and
Yeah.
kachumbari, and I'm like, and I'm waiting for the thing that's going to be like
What?
the lubricant. To like, how are you going to just like eat that thing like that? Like, there's no. It's
No,
not like,
why do you guys love soup so much, man?
I mean,
And you guys, let me tell you, your food swims in soup. Just there. Drowning
Yeah.
in soup.
No, because like, you know what? Let's move on. Let's talk about, you said you're into music.
Yeah.
Who's your big three?
In terms of any music
Any
across
music.
the board.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a hard one if that's the case. If it was genre, it would be easier to pick. But okay, let's do this.
Well, okay, can we narrow it down to a genre?
That's okay. No, I'll still answer your question.
Okay, cool.
Number one, I'll have to say Drake. His versatility is out of this world. He teaches people how to be an artist, especially me myself. Number two, I grew up on him. Is Ludacris. Big fan of Ludacris.
Yeah.
It's from the same place that I'm from. Big inspiration to my own sound as well. And number 3, Free Him, Tory Lanez. Big Tory Lanez fan. So these three guys have been, or rather are relevant throughout many years. I have loved the way that they're so versatile. They're able to change up in the times as well. And I need to put a number 4 there that I missed out, Chris Brown. Same idea with him. Doesn't matter the genre. He can hop on a country song, any of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that's why I picked those.
Okay.
Those
That's a good selection. Tory Lanez, I've never heard in anyone's big 3, but I understand where you're coming from, because the other day I was listening to his music and I was like, yeah, I can't cancel him. Sorry. Sorry, Meg.
Sorry, Meg.
I can't, what are we, what music are we going to be left with, at the end of all this? Because it seems like everyone is going down. And now what? So then you want me to cancel Kanye, Tory Lanez?
Oh my goodness,
I don't know who.
forgot Kanye. Oh Lord, forgive me, Kanye.
Jesus.
Kanye, another one.
Yeah.
So there's so many for me.
Yeah, Kanye is definitely at the top of my big 3.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about controversial opinions.
Okay.
What's your most controversial opinion? It doesn't have to be the most controversial opinion, but an opinion that could get you cancelled.
An opinion that could get me cancelled, like yay.
Yay.
Huh. That's a crazy one. No, I'm not going to say that one. Is the camera rolling? No.
No, you say that one. The one that's in your brain. That's the one we want.
Man, aliens exist.
Okay. Let's talk about that a little bit.
COVID-19 was manufactured.
Was that the first one on your brain?
No.
Okay.
The other one, I can't say that one.
The other one, because these are pretty controversial. Let's talk about aliens. Why do you think aliens exist? What proof do you have that they actually,
So
what convinced you?
The way that we are given the image of aliens are these some type of, I don't know. If you think of an alien, you know what you're thinking of, right?
Yeah.
But in my mind, the way an alien looks or behaves or is not necessarily how they picture the aliens to be. An alien is an extraterrestrial thing, and I'm someone who believes in the spirit world. So those there are aliens, according to me.
The spirits are aliens?
There's a spirit world.
Okay.
With other things that go on that are not from necessarily Earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Okay.
Can we contact them? Not right now. I don't think we can. Maybe when we die, we'll see those extraterrestrial things. You know what I mean? Those aliens.
So I think for me, my perspective of that is we live in, I think, one part of the universe, and there's multiple galaxies and stuff like that, and
out
multiple
there.
So apparently, it would be naive of us to think that there's no other living anything
and
out
that's
there.
true.
But I think the reason why people think of aliens exactly how they think of them is because of the conditions on the other planets. They're for you to be able to survive on this planet, you'd probably not need air or oxygen or whatever. So that's why they make them look like that. But that's human understanding. And there's certain things that are way beyond what we can grasp. So I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a hot take.
Unseen world. Yeah. No, another one. We never landed on the moon. We never explored any other planet before.
Why'd you say that?
I think it's 100% fake.
You
false.
think it's manufactured?
Manufactured as well.
I believe you because you guys are liars.
You mean that? Okay.
You guys.
You think back in 1960 something? Was it in the 60s?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know, man, but I know that you guys.
You tell me
they
took a aluminum box and flew it up there, but Elon Musk cannot get up there with his rockets.
The aluminum box was recent. That was Mars. The moon was different.
No, even that, even all those things, even
Okay.
jumping on the moon.
I mean, we're gonna take your word for it because you're the
Even-
source.
No, even jumping on
You're
the
from
moon.
there. You're from that continent, so we're gonna have to take your word for it. We don't have a
No,
choice.
I just don't think it ever happened because
Yeah.
you see, at that time there was a race between the continents. Of course,
Yeah.
of who's gonna land on the moon first.
First.
I think India was leading,
Yeah.
and the states said, you know what? No, we're gonna get there,
Yeah.
and they manufactured whatever it is.
So what do you think it is? Photoshop?
I think it's a green screen.
Yeah.
And then they went and did some other thing. Man, I don't even believe those ladies that just went recently with Jeff Bezos, they went up to the moon.
Yeah.
Or even went up that side. I don't think they did.
Okay, but those ones I think they went.
I don't think they
Okay,
went.
do you guys think they went or do you not think they went?
There's so much that just looked funny with that thing. Man. I don't think they went.
Sean.
Even those, yeah. How you take 6 ladies? Why didn't they take any guys up there?
I mean, because it's our time. How many times have you guys been there? You guys are always do everything. Guys hog it. So I think they
Just
were like,
as much
yeah,
as
like,
men are liars, women are too. That's why they took 6 of them up.
What's something
Mm-hmm.
that you feel like people take seriously, but it's never that serious?
I was about to say something. I forgot. Oh, social media.
Yeah. You said
Social media.
Mm-hmm.
For people who are social media content creators, take it seriously. That's where your check will come from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen it in my own life. You've probably seen it in your own life, you know?
Yeah.
So, social media, take it seriously. But don't take it seriously on people really listen to what people say. And not everyone's coming from a good place. You know, you can read all these great comments. With the one that is negative will be the one that sets you off. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop taking it so seriously. Those people aren't going to kill you. Those people aren't going to fight you when they see you. They're not going to do anything. If anything, they're going to say, I seen you on social media. I'm a fan. But people take it to the head so much. I've had so many of my friends literally delete social media for their own good, like mental health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it takes a toll on people's minds, what people say. You know what I mean? But stop taking it too serious. These people are not who they claim to be.
Yeah. Final question.
Yeah.
Would you rather be 100% good at one thing or 10% good at multiple things?
Now, that's a good question right there. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I feel like if you're 100% good at one thing, it's going to work out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to work out for you. But if you're 10% here, 10% there, 10% there, you're going to confuse yourself, which I've done several times in my life. And kind of like first of all, it'll be hectic for you trying to make each of those, try to grow all those to 100% at the same time. You know what I mean? So you'd rather be really good at this one thing and people know you for it. You have a brand around this one thing, you know what I mean? And you thrive and flourish in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I said that's the last question, but I just have one more question for you.
It's okay.
When it comes to like being valued for your craft in Uganda versus Kenya, what in your opinion is a key difference between those two spaces? Because a lot of us creatives have noticed that in Kenya there's more appreciation for certain things and certain careers. Like people can actually earn a living from being a content creator, which in Uganda is not yet the case. Media as well, like people, I had a media personality talking about her paycheck, Kenyan media personality, and I thought in my mind, I was like, I don't know anyone who gets that much in Uganda. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, look at our friend Raymond. Raymond is a Ugandan content creator, but he moved to Kenya because he saw the opportunity and how much content is valued in that space in Nairobi. You know what I mean? And he over there, the money is good as well. You know, you get paid for what you bring to the table. I think Uganda's getting there slowly, but Kenya's has been there for years where they are at now in terms of valuing not just content creators, DJs, MCs. You know what I mean? I think the industry as a whole is growing here in Uganda. I'm talking about the entertainment industry as a whole, as long as it has anything to do with entertainment. There's things, of course, that need to be worked on in both industries, but in Kenya, it's a lot easier to thrive. You know what I mean? Earn a living, be able to pay your rent, be able to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
even save. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But here, it's you gotta really you gotta really push people to see your value.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
you really gotta push people to see your value.
Okay, well, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'm gonna just like stop us right here.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming, Sean.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. That was amazing.
It's
man.
been an absolute pleasure. But before you go,
All right.
we have a tradition on the podcast. We have to play a game.
Oh.
Yeah.
What we gonna play today? I'm ready.
Shout out to the girl who slid in my DMs and said that if she could take a shot for every time I say unpack. She's called a worry. I forget her other name, but shout out to you, by the way, for noticing that, because you know what? I noticed that I say it a lot as well.
Unpack.
Yeah. Unpack. So now let's have a segment called Unpack That. Okay,
oh,
cool.
Nice.
So in this game, I'm going to give you a statement.
All right.
And you'll say whether you agree or you disagree.
Okay.
You can explain, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Yeah.
No. What is it called? Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Let's keep it in Hawaii. Don't bring it to Uganda anymore. No, I don't.
No, for real.
I don't like pineapple.
You know what?
Do you like it? See?
It's just like, no. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Why do you want something as sweet as pineapple? Or even, and you know, they cook it. They cook the pineapple.
Yeah, they
on
cook
the pizza.
So you're eating like
You're
soggy,
eating
warm pineapple.
Soggy, warm pineapple. And you're saying that's good?
Yeah.
You want to
Like,
bring
no
that?
matter how hungry I am, I'm just like, no thanks.
Shout out DJ Vans, man. That man loves that pineapple pizza.
No, he does. Look, you know what? Everyone who likes pineapple on pizza, they have a look. And DJ Vans fits. Sorry,
I don't know what
but
that's supposed to mean, but that's crazy.
they do have a look. I'm just saying, like they do. Like I bet right now, I'm gonna ask my producer. Do you like you? He doesn't, because he doesn't look like he likes. He likes. They have a look.
They have a
DJ
look.
Vans.
Oh my God. I need to.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Okay, let's move on. Cereal is meant to be eaten cold and crunchy. Agree or disagree?
Cereal?
Yeah.
Yeah, crunchy. Definitely.
Not warm? You don't like warm cereal?
Excuse me? Warm cereal. Yeah, you're one of those that have pineapples on the pizza as well. Because
No,
how
but
you
you
having?
see-
Because I've seen people warm milk and then go and put it in the cereal
Because
so
I
it
want it
becomes
to be like
soggy.
porridge. I want it to be like.
Okay,
I want it to be.
cornflakes.
Yes. That's the only way I like it. Yeah. Like imagine like on a cold day like this, like it's nice and chilly and you're there with your warm bowl
Drink
of
porridge. Bushera is there. You want to go and take?
You don't get it. You don't get it.
I can't get that one. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool. Hustle culture is overrated.
It is.
Yeah.
People are too sensitive nowadays.
Huh?
People are too sensitive nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Success is mostly about luck.
Oh. Could be.
Could be.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm in the middle.
Mm.
Some people are more privileged than others and don't have to work as hard to be successful. Some people just have looks and get gigs,
Yeah.
but they have nothing here.
Damn. Okay. So yeah.
Mm.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Some friendships have an expiration date.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay. You need to love your job to be good at it.
Yeah, you do. You do. Because you put in work and you're putting in work so you can get better at whatever you do. For me, it's radio. I love what I do. So every day I challenge myself to do better than I did yesterday.
Do you think people can thrive in jobs they hate?
You can be good at something that you don't love.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
We see it happen every day.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people who their jobs suck and they're like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay. Workplace family culture is a trap.
Is it a trap?
Mm-hmm.
I think no.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say no because saying that it creates a bit more transparency through people, through different departments, through people as well. And it kind of brings a sense of belonging for some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So NRG Radio is a family. We say it all the time. And I think more or less you can see that.
Now, let me just say,
Yeah.
this is your show, so I'm not going to take that away from you.
Okay.
But it's a trap.
It's a trap. Why do you say it's a trap, by the way?
Because let me tell you, it gives you this sense of community, like you said,
Yeah.
where you have this undying loyalty to a company that would replace you like that. If anything were to happen to you, if for some reason you have a misunderstanding, if for some reason you don't see eye to eye, it could be something as small as like, I need a raise, and they're like, not really, you know? So you're there like, I'm riding or dying. Like when they call you at 9 p.m., you're like, no, we are family. I have to like show up for you. But they're not really. It's like a one-way situation.
And that's why people need to know their place and know their worth.
Facts.
As well.
Yeah.
When you're working anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Know your worth and know your place.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Final one. Closure is overrated. Agree, disagree?
Closure is overrated. Closure.
Yeah.
In terms of relationship.
Everything in life.
Everything. Closure is overrated. I would say it helps some, but for me, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need closure. I'll close it myself. Shoot. I love reflecting. So I'll close it myself. Oh, this is all different. It's okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, I want, before you go, I want to play just one more game with you.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So let's play this or that.
All right, let's do it, man.
Okay, Biggie or Pac?
Pac.
Yeah. Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
Kanye or Pharrell? This is not a fair one.
Kanye or Pharrell?
Yeah, I guess
that's crazy.
Producer-wise.
Producer-wise?
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord have mercy, Kanye. Yeah.
Pharrell though?
Pharrell is good.
Okay, Kanye Sweet Beats?
Kanye still.
Kanye Timberland?
A mix of both. Because you see, the thing is, I'm big on sampling, and he does an amazing job doing sampling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love. I don't know if you noticed in my song Gasoline, I sampled Daddy Yankee's Gasolina. So I took Kanye's inspiration 100%. Yeah. So I'm a Kanye guy.
Okay, you produce your own music?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Okay, Lil Wayne or Eminem?
Weezy, baby. I love Lil Wayne. Come on.
For sure.
So Carter's 6. I got it. Lil Wayne. Look, you made us wait so long for this album. So long, but it seems that you made it in 20 minutes. I don't know if it was his choice of producers or it was just that he didn't take the time to branch out there and be more creative. But I know it had to do with something that he puts in that cup of his.
You know what? I think sometimes like artists put so much pressure on themselves. Like you see how you've said we've waited so long. It's kind of like Rihanna. Like we've waited so long. It gets to a point where you're like, bro, whatever I put out is gonna be critiqued so harshly because I'm Lil Wayne or I am Rihanna. They put so much pressure on themselves. Like I'm proud of Cardi B for finally putting out an album, but we shall have to wait for it actually, because she has announced this like 100 times that she hasn't put her album out. It's very intimidating when everyone's like, we can't wait to see what you're gonna do.
Man, oh yeah, there's a lot of pressure there.
A lot of pressure.
Speaking
of Cardi B, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Nicki. I'm a Nicki fan forever.
Same. Afrobeats or Amapiano?
Afrobeats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Amapiano?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think I've been very vocal about that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Afrobeats 100%.
Are you into sports?
I am.
Basketball?
I am.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron James.
Okay. Kobe or Shaq?
Kobe.
Messi or Ronaldo?
I have to go with Ronaldo on this one.
Lewis or Max? Lewis Hamilton?
Oh.
Or Max Verstappen?
Lewis Hamilton.
Well done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did I answer according to Sabrina's own list?
You passed.
I passed?
You passed the vibe.
100%.
Listen, thank you so much for making time for this podcast.
Thank you for
really
having me.
Appreciate you making the time. And guys, Sean Preezy dropped a song, Gasoline, streaming on, I think, all streaming platforms. Plus, you have a podcast coming up, so they should be on the lookout. What's the podcast called?
It's called The Gentleman's Room.
Okay.
So we'll just be there as men helping each other grow, encouraging each other.
Are women invited in the Gentleman's Room?
Women can watch, but to enter into the room, if you don't have Mjulu, do you know Mjulu?
What's that?
You go ask my Kenyan. If you do not have a Mjulu, then sorry.
I don't think I want to know. Fine, we also don't want to be there anyways. I was just
Do you know what? It's so crazy you react like this, because when I tell anyone that especially ladies, that it's just for gentlemen, like for men in terms of male guests, right? You guys all react the same. Oh, we don't even want to be there anyways.
So anyway,
come on.
Whatever. You've been watching It's Never That Serious.
It ain't.
with me, Sabrina, and Sean. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, family, whoever, because I know they'll enjoy this episode. And of course, we've been at Zest restaurant in Kololo. They serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, basically everything. You can come and have a little drink with your lunch before you go back to work. Wink. Also, I'm dressed by FTW. They always keep me looking snatched. Until next time, guys. Bye.